Hey everybody, it is me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy RuCap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of those reality shows that we're doing, and it's been a hot minute since this finale aired, so that I'm not going to get any spoiler alerts from people, is All Stars 3, RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3. And just as a quick programming note, rather than do RuPaul's Drag Race next week, just next week, I'm doing a special Dancing for Relevancy recap where I talk about the live tour. I don't remember what the name of it is. Light Up the Night, maybe I think it might be called. But it was great. So I'll tell you all about that next Thursday instead. So the RuPaul's Drag Race will take a quick 1 week hiatus, and then I'll be back and I'll be talking about season 10. Okay, so I've been working at this casino, and there's a lot of smokers there. And what's weird is, I live in Las Vegas. You would think that I would be used to the smoke, but I'm having a difficult time because it's like causing a sore throat. And at first I thought, oh my God, please don't be getting sick. Please don't be getting sick. I'm not getting sick, but it's just uncomfortable. Okay, so RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3. Okay, so this was the big finale. So we had our 4 finalists. We had BB Zahara Benet. We had Shangela. We had Trixie Mattel. And we had Kennedy Davenport. Okay, so first things first is Todrick Hall, who has been big on Drag Stars this past season. I didn't know All Stars. I didn't know that. Is he on RuPaul's Drag Race all the time? I don't know. But he was really on it a lot this season. And he was choreographing and directing a music video, but it all had to be done in one take. Now, this reminds me of a story. That the Osmonds, I know this is going to be a really random story, but the Osmonds, they prided themselves on being called the one-take Osmonds because they just needed one take. They were so fierce that they could just sing one song the first time and get it right, boom, you're done, right? They could learn a dance routine and they would do it first time, boom, you're done. One-take Osmonds. So they needed a one-take Osmond for this particular challenge. Okay, so basically, they all did great. They really did. Shangela was just fucking on fire. But Kennedy did a really good job starting. I was waiting for the moment that they said, BB Zahara Benet, you are actually the mole. And then she tells them what everyone else had been saying behind their back or whatever, right? But that never happened. But that makes me wonder, did it really happen? And then once people figured it out, because we're not stupid, did they cut that from the finale to make us look stupid? I would not put it past those producers. And here's why. So RuPaul goes, there's a twist. I'm bringing back all of the girls that have been eliminated, and I'm bringing them back once again. And they're going to decide who the top 2 are. So it was up to these queens to decide who the top 2 were going to be, right? So they all come back, including Ben de la Creme. Now, let me tell you something. First of all, I love me some Ben de la Creme, and that I loved me some fucking Paul Lynde. Ben de la Creme is Paul Lynde. I'm sorry. Maybe you've got to be of a certain age to get it, but he was fucking spot on. Now, granted, Paul Lynde wasn't on the Match Game, so having him on the Snatch Game was slightly different. He should have had Charles Nelson. He should have done Charles Nelson Riley because he was always on the Match Game. But that's something to just quibble over. That's not a big deal. Okay, so but this is what I fucking love about Ben. First of all, the minute that RuPaul said that, I was livid. I was pissed because basically then they're turning RuPaul's Drag. For 10 fucking seasons, they've all been saying, this isn't RuPaul's Best Friend Race, this is RuPaul's Drag Race. This isn't RuPaul's Best Friend Race. But then basically, at the end, he's like, oh, and just kidding, this year it's RuPaul's Best Friend Race. That's some shady bullshit right there. I'm sorry, that is some fucked up bullshit. Okay, anyways, I was so pissed. I was pissed off at RuPaul for that. I'm like, how dare you? That is so rude. That is so, I mean, did the other two All-Stars have to be judged by their peers? No, they didn't. And had these queens known ahead of time that they would be judged by their peers, they probably would have played the game differently. But to change the rules of the game mid-game, no, not even mid-game, towards the end of the game, it's really sort of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of that. I really am not. I think it's really, and and I can hear RuPaul saying now, well, I got to choose the winner. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You got to choose who the queens wanted you to choose. You know what I mean? It was just totally uncalled for. That whole situation, I was so pissed off. But whatever, right? So they all come back and they all interview the queens. And, they interview Kennedy. They interviewed BB. They interviewed Shangela. And then they interviewed Trixie. And what I find interesting was that the only one who threw any shade, at least that we could see, was Trixie. She was the one who was like, Kennedy Davenport has not grown at all. She's the one I would kick off because... So I'm like, wow. Okay. Interesting. So then the two queens reveal who... Did I already go off? Did I already tell you who won? I think I might have already told you who won in my earlier rant. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, so the ones who were eliminated were BB Zahara Benet and Shangela. Shangela got eliminated. Are you fucking kidding me? For real? So then it was down to Kennedy and Trixie Mattel. And they both did great lip syncs. Now, Trixie Mattel did this bit where she pulled out her extensions in her wig. She had some clip-ons that she pulled out, And I'm thinking, oh, that was a little bit last season, with the rose petals coming out of the wig, and stuff. Sasha Velour. It's a little Sasha Velour-ish, I'm just saying. And, she had never won a lip sync battle before, so now she's winning. I mean, she might have won one. I think she might have won one time. Or maybe not. I don't know. She's not a lip sync assassin, let's put it that way. So, like I said, this whole thing was just so disappointing, And I feel bad for Shangela because, let's be real, I'm with everyone else and I say that she deserved to win, like she really did. So, it sort of fucked up the way that RuPaul ran this season of Drag Race. Second, I feel bad for Trixie because no one is talking about thinking that, oh, Trixie, deserved to win, good for her. I mean, there are some people that are, but most people aren't. And then I feel bad for Kennedy. No one's even fucking talking about Kennedy at all. So it's like, damn, really? Like, you gonna play people out like that? Now, no one's talking about BB, which again makes me think that BB might be the mole, and they just didn't air that, right? Because otherwise, what is this whole Handmaid's Tale? Why did they have them all dressed up like Handmaid's Tale? That didn't make any sense then. But if BB was the mole, that would make sense. I don't know. It was just, And the last lip sync that they did was to Wrecking Ball. And you know what was funny? Was that Aja said on Twitter, she said that she probably would have made a different choice because she thought that Shangela had it. That's why she didn't vote for Shangela. And it's like, well, it's too little too late now, babe, And maybe you're trying to win RuPaul's Best Friend race now, but anyways, so all of these shady queens are all gone, and then actually this week started All-Star season, not All-Stars, RuPaul's Drag Race season 10, with my girl Mayhem Miller. Shout out to Mayhem, representing Los Angeles. There's only a few queens from LA that have not, like, famous queens from and I don't mean Jackie Beat, because Jackie Beat is beyond Drag Race, but there's a few queens that have not been on Drag Race, which I find interesting. One is Rhea Latre, one is Vicky Vox, one is Cake Moss, and there's a fourth one too, and I don't know why her name is escaping me right now. But I'm thinking, well, why haven't they all been on the show? It's been on for 10 seasons, and they're just now getting Mayhem. Mayhem's been in the game for a long time, so hopefully she brings it and she's fierce. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag AllStars3 to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 3, or you can also hashtag days to talk Days of Our Lives. And next episode is my special Daytime Emmys episode where I'm discussing the nominees of the Daytime Emmys for Days of Our Lives. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every day. Give this video a thumbs up. And then while you're in my inbox, you can on my page, you can look around and find my Storytime with Angel Benton series where I tell stories all about my life. Alrighty, everyone, have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.